Right, everyone, I'm joined by key defender, high-flying, super quick, Vic Country and GMV Rebels legend key defender, James Van Ness. How you doing, my friend?
I'm going well, Pommy. Going well. How are you?
Oh, mate, I can't complain. A little bit hot. Us Poms don't cope with this weather.
Yeah. No, it's a bit hot down in Ballarat too. First day we haven't
Oh,
had rain
mate, I'm not too
in a few
far away
weeks.
from you. I'm in Werribee.
Yeah, no, we don't get too much good weather.
Well, I'm obviously only a couple of weeks out from the draft. Obviously, how are the nerves going?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's tough to keep your mind off it, that's for sure. Yeah, they're definitely starting to spur up a bit now. It's getting a bit closer, so yeah, they're definitely hanging around.
And season obviously over and done with for you. What have you been doing to keep yourself occupied? You've got I'd imagine year 12 and things like that. You've been keeping busy?
Yeah, definitely trying to keep busy. It definitely helps a lot with keep my mind off it. Yeah, just knocked off exams last week, so it's all done with school now. Finally all ticked off, and me and a few mates shot off to a road for a bit of a trip away, and then just training and whatnot, trying to stay fit as well. If it is to happen, we are going straight to training, so just training as well.
Well, I mean, obviously, being talked about as a later pick after the first day, so the second day is going to be interesting, probably round the TV. How do you rate your year this year? You've obviously stood out as towards the back end. How did you see your year going into the draft?
Yep. Yeah, it was a bit of a funny year. Really tried to focus on my body coming into the year, so I could handle a big year for the Rebels. Started off was a bit slow. Probably tried to do a bit too much offensively. Leading into the champs, I really tried to hone in on the defensive side, and really just wanted to negate the best forward and the impact that they had. So really pride myself on negating the best forward's impact, and then was able to do that a bit more towards the end of the year.
And also with the draft combine, you shot a lot of people, huge vertical leap, but you also combined it with a bit of Usain Bolt type pace. How would you describe to the fans watching at home? We've talked a lot about yourself. How would you say you play? We've heard a lot of pundits talk about you, but what do you see yourself as?
Yeah, it's funny. I don't really showcase it enough in the games, I don't think. I find myself as a more one-on-one, trying to move my player with my body and use my size and strength a bit more, as I'm able to do in NAB League with smaller, younger guys. So just being able to use my body in one-on-one situations and outmark them. So I try to play more back shoulder on defense and rely on that speed to chase them down, and whether it's a mark or a spoil, that's kind of my one wood.
Mate, that's it, mate. You were impressive as well. I mean, that pace, it's modern day tall defenders, isn't it? You've got all them attributes.
Yeah, it kind of shocked a lot of people, even myself. Last year probably wasn't that quick, and kind of hit the gym a bit and really focused in on some special movements and certain movements that's going to help my speed. And it's definitely done a lot for me.
And obviously, with hitting the gym, you were saying COVID affected probably your most important junior years as a young football player. How did you deal with that whole change around and almost having a year off? How did that affect you, and how did you deal with it?
Yeah. Well, I kind of live out of town, so I was able to do a lot more than people living in town. I was doing a couple of cheekies and driving to the Oval, get dropped off the Oval, and doing a few laps and having a kick there. We might have met up with a few people here or there. Bit cheeky of me, but no, I've got a home gym set up. So I was able to set that up throughout COVID, and it really helped me a lot with my body and my development. Not so much skill set, but just mainly a lot of fitness and weights was my go-to.
Mate, I think everyone watching, if they're honest, they're guilty of the old bend of the COVID rules. So you're safe here, my friend. Now, how have the AFL chats been going with clubs? What's that like? Is that nerve-wracking? Do you feel like talking to the teacher?
Yeah, definitely. My parents are a bit shocked to see the more formal side of me. Because I'm definitely trying to put my best foot forward. They're a bit eye-opening to have people, drive or fly down to your house. It's definitely daunting, but I've had a few now, so it's becoming a bit second nature, and I'm becoming a bit more comfortable. So no, I'm definitely feeling a lot more comfortable than I was in my first few, where I was definitely a lot shaky and very nervous.
Mate, that's awesome. I'd imagine it's terrifying. Absolutely scary thought to do.
Yeah, definitely, especially at the combine. The ones at the combine, there was like probably 7 or 8 people in a room, just going around and trying to remember names I'm shocking with. So I struggled a bit there.
Mate, just call everyone mate. That's what I do. It works effectively.
That is the go-to.
And how does the prospect of potentially, you're saying you were in Ballarat, how does moving interstate appeal to you? Is that something that you'd be super keen about doing?
Yeah, definitely not fast. Well, there's no team in Ballarat, so always know that if it's going to be anywhere, I'm going to be moving. So yeah, I've definitely been open to options. Yeah, if it was in Victoria, just a bonus, but if not, happy to move on and happy to make new friends up there, and I'm sure my family would come up and see me like plenty. So no, it definitely wouldn't be a struggle for me.
Mate, it sounds awesome. Now you've played obviously for Vic Country and you played in the NAB League. What's the difference like in levels from playing in your Colts to playing in the national championships? I know VFL players say the step up to AFL is mental. Do you feel that at the junior level as well?
Definitely. I think for a turnover in the back half of a NAB League game, you can kind of get away with it with a few better players back there. You're able to win the ball back and maybe outmark and outmuscle a player. But a turnover in the Vic Country game, the national champs, it's coming back with interest and it's probably going over your head for a goal. So just a step up of quality players in every position. They definitely hurt you a lot with a turnover or any mistake you make there, they're gonna punish you for it. So yeah, huge step up in physicality and speed in the game for sure.
And does that change your preparation in any way? Have you noticed, like, say, from 16 to now, and particularly this year, playing for Vic Country, have you noticed a change in your preparation? Does it change when you move up the levels? Is there anything particularly you like to do as your security blanket?
Yeah, I do like to keep the preparation kind of similar because I know that's kind of getting my body ready for I know if I do the same thing, it gets my body to know that there's a game coming, and then I know that what I've got to do. Mainly preparation might be different, like a bit more research on players, especially for the national champs. There's a lot of good quality forwards out there, so doing my study on them, and then trying to expose what they're not good at, and try and hone in on that and catch them out there. But a few superstitions here and there on breakfast and pre-game routine and like music and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely a go-to for me.
Mate, that's cool. I mean, it's a good insight as well for us all watching at home because we really don't know. And it's amazing how, obviously, at a junior, you're almost semi-pro anyway because there's so much exposure and pressure on you. So you've got to have them superstitions.
Definitely do. And they kill
And
you if you have a good game and you haven't done something right, or you have a bad game, you didn't do something right. You try not to blame it, but superstitions probably aren't the best thing, but you do definitely have them as a junior with so much pressure and eyes on you. You definitely have a few here and there.
And throughout your draft journey, who do you think is the most underrated player you've played against that's maybe not in the press? Who's really caught your eye?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think from the Murray Bushrangers, Max Clessy. I remember playing with him under 17s, Vic Country, and back flank. He was a gun. He's got a massive left foot. He's really quick. He knows how to defend. I thought he was pretty stiff. Not to make the under 18s, but with players with the likes of Harley Reid filling his spot there, it's pretty tough to compete with him and players of his calibre. So I really rate him and think he's gone under the radar.
Mate, and obviously, who's your favourite player at the moment in the AFL?
AFL. I'm a bit of a Swans man, so probably a bit biased. But Tom McCartan, who's also one I try to watch a lot and try and watch his game and try and model my game off him a little bit. So I try to follow him a bit.
And who's been the biggest influence as you've been in the system? Who've you really turned to? Family member, friend? Who's been a real guiding figure for you through this journey?
Yeah, so there's been a few, and they're actually I'm lucky enough to have the people in the AFL. So I'm close friends with Rowan Marshall, who that's in Kilda. He had a tough year when he played Roosters, which is located in Ballarat, which was an old VFL side. We're family friends, so he'd come around and he'd sit at our dinner table and have dinner once a week with us. And it was tough to watch him go through a journey, go undrafted, and to see where he is today. He's been big, as well as Kyle Lohman, who's got drafted to Brisbane last year. I was lucky enough to beat his house on draft night, and that big shock that was there, it was definitely something that I strive for, and it was a big motivator for me. Just following his journey and asking him how it's going, and kind of just prepare me for how tough it's going to be, and know how much work that goes into it. So probably them two for me.
Mate, that's awesome. That is awesome. Now, we've got some weird questions here for you. 5 minutes to go. Elimination final. You're 2 goals down. We're watching on TV. What are we going to see Big James do?
Geez, probably try not to turn the ball over. That'd be a start. From full back, you can't do a lot apart from play back shoulder and just stay accountable. So, probably just sticking as close to my man as possible. 5 minutes left in the game. Probably trying not to cramp would be a start. I'll find myself doing that a little bit. Just playing it as safe as possible and getting into probably a bit more of a ball user's hands, unlike myself.
And going into the future, I have a magic wand. You've been drafted. You've stayed a one-club player. You've retired. How would you want to be remembered by that fan base? What would you like to be described as?
I'd like to be an exciting player. I'd like to be described as successful. Definitely as a one-club player, I'd like to be described as loyal, obviously. Maybe just exciting. I think with the vertical I've been blessed with, maybe a few hangers here or there if I'm lucky enough.
Mate, I love it. With that vertical leap, I'm expecting at least 2 mark of the years from you when you get drafted.
Geez, I'll try. I had a few this year, but wasn't lucky enough to pull them down. But plenty of attempts, just no cigar.
And if you were a list manager, where would you be drafted? What position, what number are you thinking?
Geez, I don't know. There's a lot of good players, so maybe in the 20s or 30s, somewhere around there. There's plenty of good players, better than me with a lot of potential. So probably in the 20s or 30s, I think is where I belong.
Mate, I think that's very modest. I think I took you pick 32 in our mock draft that we did live. So you went to Carlton though, so I know you said you're a Swans man.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. I wouldn't mind going to Carlton. We've got a few family, mum and sister, they're Blues, so it wouldn't be the worst thing.
And we end with some more peculiar questions. Celebrity posters on the wall as a kid. Who did you have?
Probably a basketball player. I reckon LeBron James. I've got Michael Jordan up there. Who else? I'm not too sure. Maybe I've got a Buddy Franklin one up there. I think that's it.
Mate, it's a safe answer as well. I'm impressed. Most bizarre food you've ever eaten?
Bizarre. I don't know. Probably that dragon fruit. I don't know. It's a bit of a funny fruit. I don't know. I'm not for it. It tastes a bit like rock melon, so don't know if it's for me. But it was definitely a bit weird.
Yeah, no, mate, I agree with you. It's a bizarre food, that. And if you had a personal theme song, what would it be?
A theme song. Locked Up by Akon. That's my go-to.
Hey, mate, there you are. And best gift you've ever got?
That's tough. Best gift. Best gift. Well, I got a motorbike as a kid, so that kept me going, and it caused a few injuries, but it was all fun and games at the time.
Hey, mate, living out in Ballarat as well. I mean, I think everyone has a quad bike or a little motorbike, don't they?
Probably not quite, but definitely I do. Living out of town, it was good fun.
And guilty pleasure on the TV. Do you get into the reality soaps or any trashy thing?
Oh, I love it. Love them all. They're all good watch. Love Island, all of them. Bachelorette. I don't know. They're just so cringy though. I don't know. Just good laugh.
Mate, I love it. And finally, what fictional character in movies or cartoons do you relate to the most?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably Bart Simpson.
Oh yeah, why?
Yeah, Bart Simpson. I know, get into a bit of trouble, get a clip over the ears from the old man. Yeah, bit of him.
Mate, I love it. Well, thank you very much for coming to join us, James. We wish you the best of luck. We'll be doing a watch along, so we'll be rooting for you, my friend. We hope to see you go to Carlton, if anyone. But I wish you the best of luck no matter where you go, mate.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Pommy. It's been great.
Cheers, mate. Good luck.
Thank you.